Hello folks. Well, you know, in my Drone X video review, some folks said that if I'd done any research, I would have known the Drone X was a rebranded Eachine E58. Well, I actually did a lot of research on that Drone X trying to find out something about it. I never found out too much, and the whole reason that I actually purchased it. I mean, it was $100 more than an Eachine 58, with all the ads on the phone for it that didn't even look like the E58. I figured it had to be much better than an E58, especially that cost so much more. But in doing all that research over the last 3 months, I actually didn't find any drones that looked exactly like the one that I got with this Drone X. Maybe you did, but when I actually bought one to see for myself, I had to, because the picture showed a transmitter with the view screen, which actually turned out to be a phone. That's why I thought it cost more, because I thought it was, oh, well, they got a screen on there, but it's actually your phone. So it's just my experience. It actually flies okay, but nothing special. I was duped. Now this is a picture of the Eachine and the Drone X, so you can actually see the differences for yourself. Note the lights, the body features, the transmitter controls, they're all totally different. You know, it's like a car. Most cars look the same as others, just, you know, 4 wheels with different features. Well, if it was rebrand, they would be identical. I also will say that they are not even close. You see, if it wasn't the Eachine rebrand, it would also work as advertised. Well, at my age of 71, I also know what deceiving advertising is like. And the only way I could find out for sure what the real Drone X looks like was to buy one. Well, as you can see, it doesn't look anything like the picture in their ad. In fact, the Drone X ad pic looks more like the Eachine and my Visuo than the smaller Drone X that I ordered and got. But a closer look at my Visuo also shows big differences, so they aren't identical either. Now that's the thing with patents. Change the design a little bit and voila, you have a new patent. Anyway, I've purchased many items from Banggood, and many are Eachines, and all of them worked as advertised. So the reason I'm making this video is because while I was doing all this research, I found on Banggood the JJRC Sol. You know, I think SOL stood for out of luck when I was a kid. Anyway, I never had anything bad with any of the JJRC stuff I got either. Even with my complicated tank drone with camera and automatic folding prop arms and props. Still works. So what caught my eye about the SOL was all the features in this tiny drone, and at less than half of that of the Drone X. The SOL is essentially a pocket FPV mini drone. Well, some of the features I'm going to test are the time of flight and actually how well it flies in the wind. You know, chances are when you want to take a selfie, it's not going to be perfectly calm unless indoors. You know, also windy days make blurred pictures on the drone, especially on non-stabilized cameras, due to the movement like taking stills with a handheld camera. You hold your breath and click, don't move. Now on that note, altitude hold is really great, sounds great, but without GPS to hold you in place, you still have to fight the winds with the right stick. In other words, you've got to know how to fly. So I'm also going to try out the headless mode, which to you newer pilots means no matter which way the head or the front of the drone is pointed, you as a pilot on the ground will always experience left and right and forward and back as you see in relation to yourself. Just pull back and the drone will come back as you steer proper left and right. This is a great feature if you fly too far out to see which way you're actually going. This drone is tiny and can get tinier by the second, so I can't wait to test this out. It also has some interesting other specs. It's actually only 0.95 centimeters thick, and its weight is 36 grams. It has a 720p camera, not the greatest, but it does have a built-in beauty mode, and that automatically beautifies your pictures. I can't wait to beautify fly. It also has a gravity sensor control, and that's something I fear. You know, I can't fly sticks that I can't feel, but I'm going to try in the essence of science. Another interesting feature is it has a flight planning mode, so you can actually draw a flight path on your phone, and then it's going to fly on its own around that path. If not, that's where the name S.O.L. may come in handy. Well, it came with 4 props, the transmitter with a USB charger, the manual, and a prop tool. So let's charge it up and see what happens. Here we go. Alright, I'm going to download this iOS 9, so let's get this in there. There it is. Alright, let's go ahead and turn this on. Now I got to go to settings on my phone. Settings. Wi-Fi. We're going to go with, choose another network. There it is, JJRC. And we're connected. So now, let's take a look at the app. Now I can say connect. And there it is. I guess if I was going to take a picture of something, I would do this. The S.O.L. program actually saves pics and videos to your iPhone. Easily they can be downloaded via a SanDisk iPhone SD card like mine or similar. Oh, look at that. I see. Oh, that is absolutely amazing. Look at that. Altitude hold. Oh, it actually does pretty, I like it. Look at that. Wow, that is so smooth, I can't believe it. Oh, look at that. That's one of the nicest rolls. So one key landing, I forget which one's the one key. I guess it's this one. Oh. Well, that's not very sensitive at all. Now that's at 30%. If I change it to 60%, oh, I see, that's better. I mean, Look at that. Just following that pattern I just drew. I mean, it is so cool. Alright, shut this off. Okay, I'm going to switch to headless mode now. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so even though I'm pointing straight at me now, if I push the return to home key, let's see what happens. Okay, return to home. Here we go. And here it comes. That's pretty cool. We got one key takeoff here. And look at that. And it is holding, so I will give it a little right trim. That's all I'm doing, a little right trim. When you take a still, it actually takes one picture and then edits it and saves an identical beautified version, so you have both. I don't think it helped my ugly mug though. Well, my final thoughts about the JJRC Sol are this. I really like it, and it's really not as hard as I thought it would be flying it with the phone. It has unique features that are really fun to play with too. To get it to hover perfectly still needs a little bit of flying stills, especially in the wind, to get that good shot. But altitude hold does amazing. I love the one key takeoff as it stops and hovers right at about 3 feet high, which is also perfect. And you know, since it's small, flying it in headless mode actually is better because it allows the return to home button also work. And also, if you crash, there's a one-button reset that levels the gyros instead of unplugging the battery and starting all over. I'm not really crazy about the light location as they are hard to see in the dark, but at least the red lights are on the back like a car, which I like. So that's it. If you gleaned anything from this presentation, I am pleased. Well, it has a good 5-minute flight time on the battery, although the battery's built in, you can't change it. It also has a 3D setting to split the screen so you can put your phone in a headset and fly full FPV. And on the phone, there is no return home key. What's up with that, JJ? And what's with the P symbol that turns on and off? I don't know, but I like it. I know one thing, and that is that with this drone, I am not SOL. So thanks kindly for watching, and happy flying. See you next time.